Hey guys, and welcome to episode 1 of my FIFA 17 Dortmund career mode series here on FIFA 17. Today we're starting a new career mode series, so right now guys, if you guys can go ahead and drop a like rating, that would be greatly appreciated. I really need your guys' support for episode 1 of the new series. Drop a comment down below on players that you want me to sign. We're in this transfer window where we'll be taking a look at the Dortmund side that I do have to work with to start off this series, and also click that subscribe button. We've got the Barcelona career mode, we've got now the Borussia Dortmund career mode, and also a special series coming very soon. But let's take a look at the Borussia Dortmund side. This is the default Dortmund side that we have to work with. I've jumped into this career mode series, and let's take a look at the team that we do have to work with. In goals is going to be Weidenfeller. Definitely the area where we do have to improve on is the goalkeeper position. Weidenfeller is 35 years of age. He's getting to the later stages of his career, so we need to bring in another goalkeeper. At the back, we've got a pretty strong back four with Schmelzer, Mark Bartra, the former Barcelona man, Socrates and Piszczek, and we've got a 5 in the midfield. Pulisic is the right midfielder. We've got 3 central midfielders here: Castro, Weigl, Mario Götze, Marco Reus, and Aubameyang, who looks like he'll be injured when we do start off this series. We go down to the substitutes: Shinji Kagawa, Schürrle, Dembele. This man has just recently signed in my Barcelona career mode, and he has been playing really well, so I'm really excited to use him in this career mode series. Also Ginter, he's on the bench, and we go down to the reserves: Sahin, Rode, Bender, also Adrian Ramos, very decent striker here for Borussia Dortmund. But yet again, the striker position is definitely the position where we do have to improve upon, and also Subotic on the reserve. So overall, this Dortmund side is pretty strong. There are a few areas where we do have to improve on. I've already made a short list, and let's take a look at the short list that I've made for the positions that do need to be improved. So I've created a short list. You can see there are about 6 players here on this short list on players that I want to sign, or players that could come into the side and could actually work quite well. Like I said, down below in the comment section, you guys can let me know on players that you guys want me to sign. But I have 6 players here on my shortlist, and let's take a look at them. The first one is Perrin, a goalkeeper from Genoa. This man's potential, I think, goes up to an 89 overall in career mode. He's 23 years of age. He's a very good player. For a goalkeeper that's only 23 years of age, in the bottom right hand corner, his goalkeeping stats are insane. 3 light green stats and also 2 dark greens, especially his reflexes are 90, which is insane for a 23-year-old. Alisson, yet again, another young goalkeeper, 23 years of age, the same as Perrin. He doesn't have his overall. I'm going to have to scout him further if I do want to go in and sign him. Thiago, you guys know, a very strong central midfielder who could come into my Dortmund side and really do well, especially in the central midfield. Yannick Carrasco will be a great addition out on the wings, the left midfield and right midfield positions. Edinson Cavani, 29 years of age, and he would be a decent striker to bring in. He won't obviously be the starting striker. I want to go with Aubameyang as my starting striker, but Cavani could come in and do his bit. Obviously very experienced Edinson Cavani, and could be a good signing. Only 29 years of age also, and you can see his stats, very good stats there on Cavani. And also Eden Hazard. I always wanted to sign Hazard in a career mode. I don't think I have on this channel at all. Every time I head into my career modes, Hazard isn't the player that I want to bring in, but Hazard could work perfectly here on this Dortmund side. Even though we've got Marco Reus out on the left wing position, I'm thinking maybe I could use Eden Hazard out on the right, or move Michael Reus to the right and play Hazard out on the left, and that could work. But Eden Hazard is definitely a player I want to try and sign. I'm not too sure with our budget how much we do have. Actually, let's take a look at our transfer budget so you guys know on the expenses that we do have. For our transfer budget, we got £42 million and a wage budget of 160,000. That is very good heading into this season. Dortmund obviously aren't the best side here in the Bundesliga, in the German league. That is why I'm so interested heading into this series, because obviously we want to try and dethrone Bayern Munich, who are obviously heading into this season the defending Bundesliga champions. The goalkeeper position is the one position that we need to improve upon right now during this first transfer window. Also, Perrin is a player that I don't know too much about, so it would be good if I was to sign him. You guys know I don't like to repeat my signings in career mode. Every career mode that I do, I try and sign different and new players. Perrin would be one of those players, so we're going to give Genoa a £15 million bid to start off with for their goalkeeper. Also, another player that I'm looking to bring in is going to be Edison Cavani on the shortlist. I'm going to add Adrian Ramos to this transfer for Cavani. We're going to go to Adrian Ramos and we're going to give PSG an offer of £25 million. But let's take a look at the emails that we do have here to start off this Cremate series. We're going to be in the Asian Elite Cup, the pre-season tournament, important transfer market information, just pretty much the things that we expect to head into career mode. Also, the vision and expectations here at Borussia Dortmund. So our objectives, youth development is going to be a medium. Obviously, my Barcelona career mode, pretty much everything is crucial, but youth development is a medium priority. And also they only have a long-term goal, brand exposure. Short-term goal is to gain 102 million earnings from shirt sales within a season. Financial is actually low, finished the season with a profit margin of £42.5 million, and we've already achieved 15% of that one. Domestic success, this is going to be interesting. So Dortmund Pokal Cup obviously reached around 16, that is the cup competition in Germany. Domestic success is to finish in a Champions League spot. That's interesting because I was expecting the board for me to tell me to actually win the league title. So not too much expectations there, just to finish in a Champions League place, and long-term goal within 2 seasons win the Bundesliga in the space of 2 seasons. And continental success, they want me to reach the semi-finals of the Champions League. Also, I've gone ahead and transfer listed Adrian Ramos and Puck, the 29-year-old, 75 rated. He really doesn't have much development left in him, obviously being 29 years old. Also, on the other side, for my young players, there's a few players I've loan listed, 2 17-year-olds, an 18-year-old, and also a 19-year-old. They'll be hopefully going out on loan. But Pulisic, obviously 17 years of age, has so much potential on him. I can't wait to use him also in this career mode series. And just like that, it has been done. PSG have accepted the transfer offer for Edison Cavani, 25 million plus Adrian Ramos, and we're going to give him exactly what he wants, 130,000 per week, 2 years, and also crucial first team player. Cavani, already after a couple of days starting this series, could he already sign for Dortmund? We have already got our first game in this series. It's the pre-season tournament. I'm going to go ahead and simulate this game against AS Roma. There have been a few changes to the side. Don't want to risk the likes of Marco Reus, Mario Götze, as we pick up a 1-0 loss against Roma, and Perotti scores the winning goal. Genoa transfer offer has been rejected. They can't accept it because Perrin is too valuable to them. So it looks like we're going to have to bump up our offer. We're going to bump it up to £20 million this time for Perrin, and see what they come back and say. Edison Cavani has accepted the contract, and Edison Cavani, welcome to Borussia Dortmund. He's the first signing in this series already. Edison Cavani is going to be great for that striker position. Obviously, I've used the likes of Dybala, obviously my previous career mode series in the Barcelona career mode, Griezmann in my Man United career mode. Let's freshen things up. Cavani is definitely a freshen up in my career modes. You can see those stats on him, incredible stats on Cavani, and I reckon he'll work perfectly with Aubameyang as the 2 strikers in our team. 3-star weak foot, 3-star skill moves, 29 years of age. Very, very dangerous striker. And Cavani, welcome to Dortmund. We've got our second game in the Asian Elite Cup against Seoul, where we'll be simulating this game. Also, Cavani has come into the side. Simulated, we actually pick up a 2-1 win. And Cavani, on his debut for the club in a pre-season game, in a friendly, he picks up 2 goals. And what a start to his Dortmund career. We have a transfer offer here for Socrates, the 28-year-old centre-back. It is from Chelsea, actually 2 offers from Arsenal and Chelsea, and they are both £24.5 million for Socrates. I want to bump it up to £30 million. If they accept that Socrates, I'm willing to let him go for £30 million. I'm going to give that counter offer to Chelsea, and also give the same counter offer to Arsenal. Bump it up to £30 million. Genoa want £42.5 million for Perrin. We actually don't have the budget to even go for a £20 million offer. That is a lot of money for Perrin, and we can't go ahead and even put in another offer because they want the £42.5 million, and Genoa with a huge counter offer. I was not expecting that. We have another transfer offer, this time from Arsenal, £26.5 million. They've given me a counter offer, and Chelsea have gone ahead and accepted the counter offer for Socrates. So Chelsea accept it, Arsenal don't accept it and give us a £26.5 million bid. But Chelsea have accepted it. Socrates possibly moving to Chelsea for £30 million. That is insane for Socrates. We've got our final pre-season tournament game against Kawasaki in the group stages. Will we make it through? It's a 2-0 win as Dembele and Cavani pick up goals. Cavani picking up yet another goal. But have we gone through to the knockout stages? Yes, we have. We've gone through to the semi-finals where we will be facing Juventus in that game as we get some prize money. But Juventus, it was either Dortmund or Juventus in the vote. And now we're going to be facing Juventus as obviously Dortmund won the vote yesterday for the new career mode series. So Juventus versus Dortmund, this is going to be a big game. But we do have a transfer offer here for Marco Reus from Manchester City. £45.5 million for Marco Reus. That is an incredible offer. I'm going to go ahead and reject all offers, disallow future offers for Marco Reus, and this offer from Arsenal is going to be rejected because it looks like Socrates will be leaving to Chelsea and Arsenal will not be able to get him. We will be simulating this upcoming game against Juventus, as we will be simulating here. Auto replace unavailable player. Simulate it. As you can see, Cavani will be starting yet again. Royce and Goethe won't be starting. We simulate it. It's a 2-1 win, which means we are making our way to the final. Player has been sold and Socrates has been sold to Chelsea for £30 million, and player injured. Ginter looks like he suffered a torn groin, and he's going to be out for 6 weeks. We have a transfer offer here for Puck from Werder Bremen, the 29-year-old left back. It's £1.9 million from the German side. I'm going to bump it up to £4 million, and if they can accept that, they can have our left back. So we've got the Asian League Cup final against AS Roma. I'll be simulating this game. Can we pick up our first piece of silverware for this season in this friendly competition? It's a 1-0 loss as Stefan El-Shaarawy picks up the goal to win Roma the game 1-0. Yet again, another transfer offer from Borussia Gladbach. It's £2.2 million this time for Puck, our left back. And what we're going to go ahead and do is reject it because Puck is a left back. We could use him throughout the season if we need to, and I'm not going to get rid of him for £2.2 million. And our Asian League Cup performance, obviously, we just lost in the final. We're going to give Genoa another offer for Perrin. I know it was 43, I think, million pounds their counter offer was, but we're going to give them £35 million now. We have the budget, £35 million this time for Perrin. Genoa have actually accepted it. So Genoa didn't really want the £43 million. They accept £35 million. We're going to bump up his salary to $35,000 per week, and that is a lot. A huge transfer offer for a 23-year-old, 4 years, crucial first-team player. Can Perrin make his way to Borussia Dortmund? Perrin has accepted the contract, and just like that, Mattia Perrin has signed for Borussia Dortmund. I thought after that offer from Genoa, we didn't have enough money. I thought it was all over for his transfer fee. Aubameyang will be returning from his injury. Just some great news in the space of 2 emails, and Perrin has signed for the club. Welcome to Borussia Dortmund. We take a look at his goalkeeping stats as we go down. 80 diving, 85 handling, 71 kicking, 78 position, and 90 reflexes is incredible. 3-star weak full, obviously 1-star skill moves, doesn't really matter for him. He's an acrobatic style of goalkeeper, which is awesome, and him and Weidenfeller coming up into this season in this career mode series are going to work perfectly together. And Perrin, what a signing he is going to be. We have a transfer offer here to bring Shinji Kagawa back to the Premier League from Southampton. I'm going to go ahead and reject it. And Kagawa obviously was at United, had a spell at United, but he's now a Dortmund player. We have a transfer offer here for Puck yet again, £2.2 million from Freiburg. I'm going to bump it up. I want that £4 million for our left back, as I'm going to let him go if they do accept the £4 million. And also, player returns from injury. Ginter will be returning from his injury before the season begins. Good to see that he's back into the side. So there's a player that has come along and I'm actually interested in is Hendricks, the right back at Bayer Leverkusen. He's 19 years of age, an exciting prospect. I'm going to go ahead and ask my scout to scout him further and also add him to the shortlist. We have a transfer offer here for Nuri Sahin, £8 million from Nice, the French side. I'm going to go ahead and reject it. So I was wondering why we haven't actually come up to a Bundesliga game. You can see that the Bundesliga season starts 2 days before or 3 days before transfer deadline day, which means I need your guys' feedback for players that you guys want me to sign. So that is how we're going to end off this first episode of the Borussia Dortmund career mode series. In the next episode, we'll have transfer deadline day and also start the Bundesliga season, so you guys can see my starting 11 so far to start off, or really the starting 11 that we'll be heading into the Bundesliga season with. This is my side. This is a new formation, the 4-2-3-1 formation that I'm thinking about going with for this season, and you can see Perrin fits perfectly into side. Cavani is out on the substitutes, so he'll be pushed into the substitutes for the start of the season, but you can see Aubameyang, Murray, Goethe, Dembele, Royce, Castro and Sahin as the two CDMs, with Bartra, Bender, Schmelzer and Piszczek at the back and Perrin in goal. So that is how my starting 11 is looking right now. It's a very strong Dortmund side. I want to challenge for the title this season. But if you guys did enjoy today's episode, go ahead and drop a like, drop a comment down below and players you guys want me to sign. Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Also, players you guys want me to sign, give me some new suggestions, some new players that I haven't used. You guys can see 2 players that I've signed in today's episode are 2 players I haven't used at all in FIFA 17 career mode. Cavani and Perrin have signed for the club, possibly also a young right back coming into the side, possibly. You guys have to wait and find out in the next episode. I'll see you all on my next video.